ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the CD Racoola Show. Today we'll be taking a long look into the light as we review the 1982 film Poltergeist. It doesn't seem that long ago to me, but really this film was done a long time ago, and it was super scary at the time, and to me it still holds up to this day. It's still scary. I feel like I've been doing a lot of 80s movies lately, and I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it one bit. I love me some 80s horror. Lots of good stuff in that decade, let me tell you that. This is the original Poltergeist film, by the way. They did do a 2015 remake, which I thought was pretty decent, actually. Whatever, I'm giving it props. The plot was basically that the home was built on a burial ground, where the tombstones were moved, but the graves and the dead themselves were not. So the home was just kind of like built over their decomposed bodies. I will tell you this, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land, you should never, never, never mess with the dead. Things can go sideways real quick for you, as they do in this film, as the home becomes haunted by a mean little poltergeist whom they call the Beast. Not that beast, you fools. That's from Sandlot. That's the dog. Okay, that's better. That's the beast we're talking about. That beast terrorizes the Freeling family and steals the youngest daughter, Carol, to help keep the other souls from going to the light and reaching their final destination. Once you watch this film, you will be forever scared of static on a television set. That's for sure. You will also be scared of closets. In fact, closets are super scary in horror films, I'm gonna be honest. How many bad things happen in closets in horror films? I mean, closets, basements, and under the bed. Those are the three biggies. Those are the big dogs. You may want to steer clear of those if you think you may be stuck in a horror situation. Speaking of checking under the bed, how creepy is that little clown in this movie? I mean, we all know clowns are about as creepy as it gets anyway. I mean, that's obvious. But what was weird about this film to me was that they have the clown in a rocking chair at the foot of the bed. Like, really, who's going to do that? I mean, horror movie or not, you go over to someone's house and they have a clown at the foot of their bed in a chair. Let me tell you what you do. You just turn on your heel and you walk out the door. I mean, I'd leave. I'd say, peace, homies. And I'm a vampire, for crying out loud. I'm supposed to like scary stuff. But clown dolls, they're a no for me, dog. No spank you. One of the coolest things about this film, and something that I love about horror movies when they do this, is when you think the movie is over, and you think it's been tied up in a neat little box, and you can relax, then all of a sudden you realize the horrors are only just beginning. And all hell breaks loose. This film definitely followed that pattern towards the end of the movie, as we get the young girl back, and the psychic medium of diminutive stature named Tangina Barons. I love her, by the way. She says the quote, "This house is clear." It has us feeling pretty good, doesn't it? That we're done with this whole Poltergeist fiasco, and we can go on with our lives, okay? It's tied up in a neat little box. But that is when the closet bursts open and the beast returns. One of the craziest parts of the film was when in the swimming pool scene, when Diane Freeling, played by Jo Beth Williams, falls into the pool, and it has all those, dead bodies floating around in it, including the one coffin that just, pops up out of nowhere and the skeleton comes out. It's so epic and horrific. Oh, by the way, some of you may know this, some of you may not, but in this film, they did use real skeletons in that scene. Holy mackerel, yes they did. If that doesn't make it a little scarier for you, I don't know what will. This film also had some real-life strange and terrible tragedies happen off-screen, so much so that people had dubbed it the Poltergeist Curse, with several stars of the film passing away. Heather O'Rourke passed away at 12 years of age from an intestinal disorder, and Dominique Dunn, only 22 years, a victim of murder, if you can believe that. It is a shame to have some of the great scream queens taken away from us so soon. There was multiple sequels to this film. Poltergeist 2 in 1986, Poltergeist 3 in 1988, and the remake I spoke earlier on. That was in 2015, as I said before. All in all, this was a fantastic film and all-time horror classic, so I'm going to go ahead and give it some pretty acceptable marks on the old scarometer. You can't thumb your nose at that. That looks pretty good, especially for that darn clown. Clowns still give me the heebie-jeebies. They should make a horror film called The Heebie-Jeebies. Kind of sounds like Jeepers Creepers, but whatever, you can play with that. Anyway, I would like to thank you for joining me here on the CD Racoola Show, and if you could please, with a Poltergeist on top, hit that little subscribe button. Oh, I'd be so grateful. I'd be so happy. Don't you want to see old CD happy? I'm sure you do. Please join me next episode when I head on over to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria to get myself a slice as I look at the 2023 film Five Nights at Freddy's. Ha 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 ha. So, till next time, my little blood-filled snacks out there in YouTube land, I'll leave you with a bit of advice. If you think there is a ghost, a poltergeist, or evil spirit in your home, try this, and it's worked for me in the past. First off, don't call the Ghostbusters, because those doofuses are going to come in with their little plasma guns and go shh all over your house. And they're going to destroy the place. I'm telling you, I know the Ghostbusters. They will destroy it. No, here's what I suggest. I suggest designating one room in the house for the ghost. Give them free rein to run with their evil schemes. In that room only, mind you. Ghosts aren't touching the bathroom at my house. Not my golden throne toilet, that's for sure. For me, it's my guest room that the ghosts live in. So feel free to come on over to CD's house. I mean, the guest room does have a king-size bed. If that entices you. I mean, it's either sleep with the ghosts or sleep with me. I have a roomy little coffin. The choice is yours. Bye-bye for now.